Fox News has been one of the biggest platforms for skeptics and even critics of the COVID vaccine, some even spreading misinformation. But now, Fox is changing its tune. Check out this clip from Fox and Friends.
People who are pregnant are reluctant to get it before the baby comes, and so there are people. But everybody else, if you have the chance, get the shot.
But if
it'll
you
save
don't,
your life.
Well,
so even more surprising to some was what Sean Hannity had to say about the vaccine on his show earlier this week. Take a look.
Please take COVID seriously. I can't say it enough. Enough people have died. We don't need any more deaths. Research like crazy. Talk to your doctor, your doctors, medical professionals you trust. And it absolutely makes sense for many Americans to get vaccinated. I believe in science. I believe in the science of vaccination.
Wow. So what do you think about this, Al? I mean, your eyes, you looked shocked.
What? Did we doctor that footage?
No.
I mean,
why do you think the change of tune? Because we actually have proof
well,
now
because
that the
their viewers are dying, Sam. That's why. They tried to win an election by going the other way with whatever they thought the left was going with, and they convinced them not to get the vaccine. And now a large portion of their base that depends on them, that responsibility, that these people are looking to you to help them get through life, and you give them like advice that you're not taking yourself, because that Fox and Friends clips, they wouldn't have been sitting that close if they weren't vaccinated. And Trump, he got vaccinated. There was a picture of his daughter getting vaccinated.
Tucker Carlson got vaccinated.
Yes, but now
Laura Ingraham.
Yes, and it's so interesting how they pushed this on so many people that they knew weren't going to get the cocktail that the former president got when he got COVID, and it was very bad. There's a lot of articles about how bad it was for him. But it's just amazing that, is it better late than never? Yes, but it's just like...
No, that's unacceptable. It's actually pretty criminal, because for the amount of people who watch these shows and depend on these people religiously, you best believe there are people who absolutely did not get the vaccine because they heard it from one of these sources. And the idea that they're going to come back and then backtrack after they were vaccinated, I'm always looking at what people are doing, never what they're saying. I very seldom trust what anybody tells me at any time. I'm always paying attention to how you move. And they've been moving completely in conflict with what they've been saying. So always pay attention to the way people move, because they'll tell you everything about them.
Well, I think what unites us all, right? We all have friends or family members that are unvaccinated for a variety of different reasons. It could be from misinformation. It could be because they're too young, autoimmune compromised. My brother-in-law, Eric, recently had a double lung transplant. He can't get vaccinated. So it's that much more important for all of us to protect, to have a herd immunity, to protect. I don't want our viewers to think this is a you're right, I'm wrong conversation. I want them to listen and to know that, at least coming from me, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for all of you, we want you to be protected. I don't want anybody out there to go through what my family went through. And to your point, Erica, about the unvaccinated maybe feeling regretful, I talked to an ICU doctor yesterday, and I asked her that very question, what's going on the ICU floor right now? And she said that every single one of her patients that have COVID are unvaccinated, and every single one of them begged her before they were placed on a ventilator, the ones that had to be, begged her for the vaccine. And she had to look them in the eye and say, I'm sorry, I can't. This is your hope right now, a ventilator. And I just want people to know 4 million people have died in this world. Many more have been placed on a ventilator. And if you don't know what a ventilator looks like, if you don't know what an ECMO machine, she said she had 2 patients she had to place on ECMO, which is also life support. You don't want to go through that. You have to call your loved one and you have to say goodbye to them, because they get sedated to a point of being in a coma. So I have a picture here, very emotional, very personal. My sister and her husband, Eric, my brother-in-law, Eric Dellenbach, okayed me showing this picture. So for 4 months, my sister would have to call Eric. He doesn't, I mean, hopefully he heard her. He doesn't remember. I mean, he's alive now. But there she is in the corner in complete anguish, talking to her husband, not knowing if she's ever going to see him again personally, not knowing if she's ever going to hear her voice, not knowing if he's ever going to go home to their 2 kids again. That's the reality of so many people right now. So if you don't believe in COVID, if you don't think it can happen to you, I'm telling you, as a cautionary tale, it can happen to you. Eric had no underlying conditions, healthy as can be, placed on that ventilator. Thank God he is okay, and I say that with a grain of salt, given the fact that he's been in the hospital for 7.5, 8 months now, and still in the hospital. But I just really want us to all be on board here. And please talk to your doctors. Please consider your family. Consider yourself. Your life is worth it. Please.